Buff Nation, what is going on? Having to re-record this. Sorry for the issue, but let's go ahead and get into it. Coach Prime has named his 4 leaders for the 2024 Colorado Buffaloes, and I think there are some surprises here. I can get behind it though. We got 4 leaders this year. We'll see 4 dogs probably. Excuse me. He's referred to that. Here's the deal. I said a couple weeks ago, I was like, man, if we got any leaders or dogs, dude, on special teams, man, like this is not going to be good. This is not going to be good. But Mark Vassett has been named one of the leaders. Of course, he's our punter that was on a preseason All Big 12 list, I believe. Has some NFL promise, I think, and he's as old. And he's old enough to be my daddy, so why not make him a leader? I can get behind it. If we were gonna give him a dog, that's okay. I think as long as we don't have any dogs being our specialty guys like punters, kickers, anything like that, that's gonna do well for the culture. I don't want anybody that's kicking or punting with a dog designation on their chest that was bad. It just shows how soft the team is, man. When one of your dogs is a kicker or punter, that can't happen. But a leader, even though I disagree with that a little bit, I know I'm in the minority. Mark Vassett having a leader is just fine. I can get behind that. Congrats to him. And again, when you're like 40 years old, you should have one of those on your chest in retrospect. Now, let's go ahead and get to some of the other guys. Of course, Shedeur Sanders is wearing the L. I think that's perfect. Obviously, he has worn that throughout his career in college at Jackson State and at CU this past year. And then another one I think that is great is Cameron Silmon-Craig. I love this. I talked about him earlier in a video I posted today about how I feel like he should have been on that Reese's Senior Bowl watch list. What the heck? He was one of our best players and most consistent players, impactful players last year. I think he tied or led our team in turnovers generated last year. Beautiful. I love to see him getting this recognition of the L on his chest. I think that is great. And a big surprising one. This is why I got surprised in the title. Man, what? Charlie Offerdahl, our 185-pound senior running back who just earned himself a scholarship, local Colorado kid from walk on now, to scholarship. Great story. And it seems like he has earned the trust of the offensive staff, Pat Shermer, along with Coach Flea. 185 pounds, but runs with a motor, with a relentless motor. I have been on here and said, man, Dallin Hayden and Isaiah Gustive better be our leading rushers, and I still feel that way. But I think that this is pretty indicative of the fact that he's going to have a role on this team this year, probably doing some running back work as well as on special teams. I would think so. Congratulations to him. Now, in terms of the dogs, we'll see who gets the dog designation. There are a couple guys that I would definitely like to see with that D. Of course, Travis Hunter's going to be one. Probably Shiloh's going to have one of those designations as well, but I would love to see some guys on the defensive and offensive line get that as well. BJ Green, he's the guy I would definitely want to give it to in that defensive line edge room. And then on the offensive line, I think Benson's going to be starting, whether that's at right guard or right tackle. I guess that remains to be seen. But that guy carries a dog mentality. He's always shoving people after the whistle. He's always throwing an extra shot. Like, that is dog mentality, right? So those would be my guys that I think that you would probably see with the D on their chest. I'm a big fan of the D, no Diddy. So y'all let me know. Who would you give the dog designations to? How do you guys feel about the leaders that have been given from Coach Prime to the team for 2024? And I imagine maybe the team voted on this as well. Maybe you guys can speak to that in the comments, but thank you guys so much. Are you ready for Thursday? Throw in your predictions for CU versus North Dakota State. But I'm hoping, and I'm predicting a double-digit victory at minimum. we'll see how it goes, guys. Thank you so much for the support. I will be back tomorrow. And as always, go Buffs.